So let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's get into today's conversation already. Yay, 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 yay. Let's talk about Monique. Monique is a comedian, American comedian, as Wikipedia likes to put it, right? Let's talk about Monique. Who is Monique? I knew Monique for the first time. I think most of us knew her for the first time from the Parkers, right? I think that's what we knew her from, okay? But Monique Angela Hicks, that's her name. She's an American stand-up comedian and actress, okay? Many awards. She had a talk show that didn't last for too long on BET at one point in time. 55 years old, okay? But she was one of the people that actually pioneered the spread of the idea of open marriage on the internet. On the internet, she was one of those people. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. So now she's saying something with regards to she calls her husband daddy, and quote, is raising me. Okay, so I'm gonna watch that for the first time today. I just added it to the list, just in case we find something that we can talk about. But she was one of the first pioneers of spreading the idea of open marriage in what we know today as social media. Okay, then I think she later came back and backtracked, or she said, well, we don't do that anymore, but people do all kind of stuff when they're younger, and as they get older they're like, right? And then they find out that they weren't wiser than the generations before us anyway, but some people have to find out the hard way. At least they're lucky to still be together. But let me play this video and then we can talk. Let's see what they're up to.
A lot of black women would say, why do you call him daddy? Because he's raising me. He's raising me. My father probably stopped giving me what I needed when I was around 13 years old. So now you got a woman that's 13, and now I'm 35, and now I got a bunch of money, what we consider to be a bunch of money. Let me just be real clear about that, okay? Now I got this money. Now I'm taking care of everybody. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna make me grow up? But when we were just best friends, and when we got together, this is what he said to me. He said, when we were best friends and you were married to other men, you were not my responsibility. You were my sister, but not my responsibility. As my wife, you are my responsibility. And a lot of black women would say, why do you call him daddy? Because he's raising me.
Okay.
He's raising me.
All right. So let me see what this caption says. Now, this isn't the first time the precious actress has spoken on this topic. All right, hold on guys, hold on. All right, sorry about that. I'm reading the caption, right? Sorry for the interruption. Now, this isn't the first time the precious actress has spoken on this topic, but her response to the question is currently making rounds on social media. My husband, my best friend, my brother, he's had all these hats, she shared. And a lot of black women would say, why do you call him daddy? Because he's raising me. He's raising me. My father probably stopped giving me what I needed when I was around 13 years old. So now you got a woman that's 13, and now I'm 35. I guess she was 35 at the time. They've been together for 20 years, I guess, because she's 55 now. And now I got a bunch of money, what we consider to be a bunch of money. Let me just be real clear about that. And now I got this money, and now I'm taking care of everybody. Who's gonna check me, boo? She's talking about what I call pride, right? So it's good to have pride as a human being. You should have some sense of pride, right? But you have to manage it, because sometimes that gets in your head, right? And we call it pride. So that's what she's talking about, especially when a bunch of human beings look up to you. Either you're a boss at work, or you're taking care of family members. It just gets, it's a natural thing, you know. It can get in your head. In fact, if you're like most of us, it will get in your head to a large extent. So humility is very hard. Humility is much harder than, you know, pride. Pride is easy. Right? So she's also added that Hicks, that's the husband, has never raised his voice at her, but he will tell her when something is unacceptable. Like it. See, being able to tell your wife when something is unacceptable is not the same thing as barking at her. If you have to raise your voice, your method of communication is probably not gonna work, right? It was husband that grew me up, she noted, and even at 55 years old, there are still times when he has to say, come on, let's talk. And I'm grateful for that, because it makes me a better mother, it makes me a better friend, it makes me a better entertainer. Now, I love this because I don't care about anything else outside of this. Hit the like button, I beg. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. Let me see who just came in. Shout out to Chinya. Chinya, how far are you there? Right? Well, but Apache says she's right. Men usually take the responsibility of daddy to their wives. The bottom line is being a responsible man of the house. You know what I really love about this are, you know, sometimes when women push back that no, we're partners, right? We're partners, you're not a leader, right? It's a leader versus partnership thing, right? And I'm like, that's shooting yourself on the legs, okay? Because being a leader comes with responsibilities, right? And also, in the same token, when men say, well, I'm a leader, and they just think it's just mouth, right? Well, I'm responsible. That's really what that means. And if your action is not matching up with that, it's no wonder why a lot of us in this Indomie generations are struggling, right? We like the titles, right? We label everything, but we don't remember to assign the responsibility to those labels too, right? So particularly in leadership right now, right? So I like the idea that I'm responsible. That's the language he's using. It's easier for a woman to receive that, right? To agree to that than I'm a leader. I'm the head of the home. Like the whole world knows that already, but now you find yourself in a position where you have to say it out loud. Something is missing. Something is missing. And when something is missing, you struggle, right? Even when you're right, right? So I particularly like the language of the responsibility thing, because it tells you that to whom much is given, even if that's given a title, much is required, right? Much is required. So absolutely correct, sir. Responsibility. So now she chose to call her husband daddy. I hope she's not trying to force other women to do the same. I think she's just explaining why she thinks of him as a daddy, right? Some Indomie generation women will say that's disgusting. Right? That's disgusting. Well, are you sleeping with, is she your daughter? Like I can't think of my, well, that's a stretch, okay? It doesn't matter. All right, so anyway, I think she made some good points. Let me see what the comment says before I move on. The comments, if you haven't checked yet, the comments is better. This is my guy right here, Lex. I gotta see how I can get Lex on the show. I will see about that. I don't enjoy chasing people around to get on the show. Personally, I think I should, but I just don't enjoy that process. Right? I should humble myself and chase more people to come on the show. Let's say I will pick. I guess he's saying I will pick Monique over Jada. I bet you would, right? Maybe I'm too immature for this, but my man is my man, and my daddy is my daddy. Lobato. Somebody said he's raising you. There's a good chance this person did not watch the video, right? She added some context to the video, so you know, he's raising you, Monique, you're 55, stop this. So clearly that person did not hear the 35, did not listen to the video. We're in the generation of headlines. People just look at headlines and they make up their opinion off of that, and even after you show them the full details, they're not interested. They're not interested. Okay, just so you know, so that you don't, and so you don't go and be So you don't go and be engaging shalaye with people that have made up their mind.
We go explain because no evidence.
No evidence. You go just explain tired. Somebody say at your big age, okay, Monique, see, these are people that did not watch the video, people that comment before they watch a video, or before at least get some context, right? That's why I like doing this show, because it's an opportunity to add context to a lot of people's headlines and their belief of headlines. Hit that like button, I beg. Let's bring everybody else into the room. I appreciate all 83% of you. All right. Is it Lex Brown? No, Lex. You talking about the big guy, Lex Brown? No, we're not there yet. Let's get to super chat $1,000 per month first. That's the new goal. We need to hit $1,000 per month. Okay, in any given month. Right now we're at $213. Okay, maybe we can bring a Les Brown on the show. Right? No, we're talking about Lex, just Lex. All right. Not too far now. Weren't our mothers in Nigeria calling our fathers daddy? My mother still called, well, my father also called my mom mommy. So I don't know if that's the same context. That is not the same context. No. Anyway, she's speaking as if she's saying, I think our parents call themselves mommy daddy because they basically emulated the children. They've had the children for so long in the house, and then they start, well, call your mommy. Mommy, I want you. Daddy, I want you. Like that kind. That's two different things, you know. So she's speaking as if she's saying something profound. Actually, I believe she said something profound. I think that man, shedding light on the fact that man is not just saying I'm a leader, I'm responsible for your well-being, emotionally, physically, financially, right? In every way, like at least emotionally. Majority of it is emotionally, right? I think that is profound. I think majority of the Indomie generation struggle with anything that has to do with emotional, intelligently driven conversations. All right, even when they say it out loud, emotional intelligence, they go right back to right and wrong and black and white. So, you know, I think it's profound. I think more people need to keep saying that. She's speaking as, okay, yeah, this is the dumbest response I've ever heard and quite disgusting. That's something that Courtney Denise said publicly with a full-blown mouth on the internet. Okay, this is the world. This is the Indomie generation. Welcome to the real world. I call my man daddy for other reasons. There you go. At least somebody can joke around. Jesus Christ. She should see a therapist for her daddy issues. You see? These are all women, by the way. These are all women. She just says, and husbands call their wives mommy. Not my style, but it's not that serious to say that is disgusting. Yeah, the reason why my father called my mom mommy is not because she's saying mommy. It's basically emulating us, because we called him mommy for so long, he got used to it. We're gonna call you mommy. Mommy, come here. You know, that then it becomes a thing. In that same breath, in the next sentence, they actually call themselves names, like first names, by first names, okay? So, but you know, not you, of course, Chinye, but the Indomie generation, they might see that now and say disgusting. Disgusting. They have no patience for any type of context. They just make up their mind off of surface nonsense, right? It's annoying. I don't know if you see my face yet. It's annoying, but we're patient. We'll keep having the conversation. Oh God. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, let's just leave that alone. I think she said something profound. I think the message is very simple that I'm getting out of this, okay? When a person is a leader, right, or they take a certain position in your life, or they hold themselves accountable, particularly responsible for your well-being, I think is worth appreciating. However way you express that is your own palava. It's your own palaver. However way you choose to express that you appreciate this man, this woman in your life, your children, your siblings. You know, you might have 50 siblings. Each one of them represents something different in your life as a relationship. Being able to reflect and say, I appreciate that. I think that's profound. I think gratitude is extremely hard, especially for the Indomie generation. Okay? They just see the only thing they see is the worst case scenario. It's always extreme. And whenever they choose to go the opposite direction, they flip all the way to the other extreme, right? They start worshiping whatever it is that did not. And really, the sweet spot is somewhere in the middle, okay? Just calm down. Let's just relax. What's that? It's case by case by case by case. I'll be right back.